Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nuratika binti Syari. My metric number is 196574. So today I will share the story behind the world's first floating liquefied natural gas facility, which is LFNG1. Talking about this, what's the function of it? It can extract, melt, and store natural gas from offshore locations. It has 132,000 stills, so the platform can pump the gas from depth of 200 meters at bottom of sea, and it also has tank levels that can change the way to gain natural gas. So since Petronas has least 14 out of 500 in globals, they need to overcome some challenges in oil and gas industry. The first thing, they need to process gas in remote locations. Second is to make the natural gas safe to be used on land. They need to cool the natural gas at the level of negative 162 degrees Celsius so can form LNG. The properties of LNG is do not need space compared to pure natural gas, and second is easy for storage and transporting. Talking about Pflng1, it is built at seaport at Georgia Island at South Korea, have length 365 meters and need to be ready for sail within 14 days. It has been built by the engineer and have weight achieved 112,000 tons, and the mission of this platform is to extract store gas that's still buried in offshore of Malaysia. And to build this, it need 1 decade. So to produce this, there are few steps, which the first step is to build the body first, the body of the platforms. So the problem is to think how to store the dangerous liquid gas in the middle of sea and cool it in hot weather conditions. So the solution for this problem is by build a large tank in the body of the platforms. So the body of the platform needs to be strong to accommodate processing plant that made of steels with weight of 48,000 tons. And when the body of the platform have been done, the next step is by building a tank. The question is how to build the tank to store the dangerous liquid natural gas. The tank have height of 27 meters and have temperature below negative 162 degrees Celsius, and it is very dangerous place which is nobody can enter it, and it can store 22,000 meter cubic liquid. It have been placed in the body of the platforms to save the space. The first problem to think is it is dangerous if tank is not fully filled, as it will move forward and backward, which is it will jogging. And the second problem is the thickness of the tank where that separate the layer outside tank and the body of the platform is only 1 millimeter cubic, only 1 millimeter. If the thickness the tank is affected, the liquid can come out and the structure touched by it will broken and thus will lead to the explosion. So the solution for this problem is by build the two line, which is the each line have 4 tanks to decrease the risk of unstable platform. And when the tank have been done, the next step is step 3 is to set up the processing plant on the platform. How to transport the last module from the pre-erection area to the quayside, and what is transport? And the thing that have transport is block with weight of 2,000 tons to filter natural gas. And the solution is in this problem is slowly bring it to avoid damage of cargo, and the second is to make sure the ground condition is synchronized and automatically level. And the next step, which is step 4, is rotate the platform to receive other parts clusters. And how to rotate the platforms? The platform is not stable yet due to the wind and that make it unstable, and it can cause dangers to the workers. So the solution for this problem is the other ship need to be far away from the LFNG1, which is at least 100 meters, and they need 4 towboats to pull slowly the platforms with speed of 1 nautical per hour. And for step 5, which is next step, is by placing the three components. The final component, which is the first one, is module. Second is flat tower. And third is component that are placed between the flat tower and the module. And to lift these three components, they need to use crane with weight of 3,600 tons with big binder. And for the module, it has 225 metric ton, and one cycle is about 900 metric ton. And for this module problem is the clash point, which is harmonic scaffold underneath, and the second is excessive movement will break the outfitting underneath. And the next block problem is not fixed. It's not fixed with the deck, which is so it will floating on the deck. It have weight of 2,000 tons that can cause damage if it floating on the it is floating too long. So the solution for this problem is by cutting the structure and refit it. And finally, the day after, it can fit it to the platform deck. And the next step, which is step 6, is connect the pipeline with blocks that have been connected to the platforms. So the gas can flow from the platform to the tank. The pipe spindle have been connected before bringing to the sea deck, and each pipe spindle is checked, tested, and cleaned before installing it. And for this platform, it have been used 35,000 different pipe spindle, and all need to be checked. The welding point, which is joint point between the pipe, is the weakest point, which is the gas can come out, the liquid gas come out, and heat will change it to change the liquid gas to the original form, and it will explode. So the solution for this problem is by using pulse or phase array ultrasonic test, which is it will use pulse to check the welding point. And for the next step is commissioning. The problem is the worker have found the leaking at the electrochlorination, which is this site is to clean the seawater for human uses. If not carefully, it can cause the important part in the platform damage due to the water pressure. So the solution for this problem is stop the testing and find the reason of leaking. And they have found that the leaking is from the label glass and also from the label transmitter. And for the next step, which is step 8, which is fit the compounder, which is in Malay called as pemampat kembang. This compounder is very important because it can convert gas to liquid safely. Without these components, they cannot get temperature negative 162 degrees Celsius and cannot get LNG. And the last is testing the loading machine, which is it have been due 1 month before sale, and it have contained pipe which connect the liquid gas in platform with the another ship. And the solution for this challenge is by using remote control. And the next is sail lead by equal shark is connected to the two delay boat. The two delay boat will bring the Pflng1 to the offshore, and it takes times 2 weeks to arrive at Kumang Canoe. Since it arrive, it will connect the platform to the gas field, and it need 4 other boats. It also need the divers to connect the long hose to the pipeline at the bottom ocean at depth of 80 meters. So the diving boat will bring the hose to the platforms, and hose with length and 165 meters is lifted to the platform's body to connect it. And then the problem for this solution, this is the sea. The sea is not stable, but the sea is not stable. That will cause the boat attack to each other. But the 1 hour after, the sea keep calm, and finally the end of the hose can be connected to the platform. That's all from me. Thank you.